All right, so today I'm going to go over metric linear measurement and SI or US, not SI, US linear measurement as well. So this is for the metric linear measurement and US linear measurement. So what I'm going to do is the assignment's almost the identical. You just use a different measurement. So I'll go over the assignment just so you kind of know uh, what you need to do. Then I'll go over the SI PowerPoint quickly, um, and then I'll go over the US measurement quickly, all in one video, and then you can always skip to the US portion if you need to. Okay, so the linear SI measurement and the US one looks identical. It's just use a different scale. Basically, you're just going to open this document, open it in Cami, and this one here, you'll look at A, you'll write down the measurement for A. Okay, you'll do B, so on and so forth. Okay, so like A will be 4 millimeters. All right. Then you'll do some calculations. So you'll take A, um, and C, and you want to know the difference between those. So you'll take C and or take A and subtract it from C, and then the same with B and E. Okay, this one here, all I want you to do is hopefully you have a ruler with metric side on it, and then hopefully you have a ruler with a US side on it. So hopefully I have one with both on it. Is you're just going to take and pull up this image on your Chromebook, and you're just going to measure this line right here, write the measurement in, measure this one, write the measurement in, measure from here to the center of the circle, write the measurement in, from here to the center, write it in. This is calling for the diameter of the circle, so you measure both side to side. This one's calling for the radius, so you will measure from this point right here, this cross, to the circle or the arc right there. Okay. This one here, just if you don't have a CD, that's fine. Line paper, hopefully maybe you have line paper, but just the distance between the lines. If you don't have a CD, just find something circular and maybe put in water bottle or something, and then just find 4 other items to measure. I don't care what they are, and just give me the overall length of the object. You don't have to give me detailed measurements. Okay, so if you chose a computer mouse, just what's the length of the computer mouse? All right, and then that should be it. Okay, you can, once you get done with this in Cami, you can, one of two things, you can either share it, okay, um, and put it in your notebook. You can screenshot it and put it in your notebook, um, and then just give me your notebook link. I will also probably make this a Cami assignment, just so you can, it'll be easier for you to do it that way. You could just hit the submit button, but make sure you put it in your notebook as well. Okay, your engineering notebook. All right. So let's look at the PowerPoint here real quick. So these are common internet SI measurements. Length is usually done in meters, millimeters, things like that. Mass is in kilogram. Time is in seconds. Electric currents in amperes. The thermodynamic temperatures in Kelvin. Luminous intensity is candela. A mole is the amount of a system. Okay, they're all usually integer and integral power of 10. So a deca is 10, and then you basically add a 0. Hecto, you add 2, so on and so forth. Deci, you take one away and you kind of go down that way. Okay. So like a centimeter, there's 100 centimeters in a meter. Okay. And then there's 1,000 millimeters in a meter. There's 10 decimeters in a meter, so on and so forth. Okay. Uh, common size comparison, human hair 0.1 millimeter, 2 sheets of paper 0.2, diameter paperclip 0.8. Record your measurements, always includes a value, always includes a unit. Okay. I'm not going to worry about the significant digits a whole lot. Just do the best you can, especially with a ruler. About 1 behind the decimal is about as good as you're going to get, maybe 2. That's where it comes in, where you're kind of guessing, where it'd be like 1.25 millimeters because it's in between 2 lines. General rule of thumb is your digital instruments are going to be more exact. So that's going to be like when we do dial calipers and stuff, that's going to be more exact. The decimal scaled instruments are not as exact. This hopefully is maybe not exactly what you have, but similar, where you have centimeters on one side and then inches on the other. So the 0 to 1 is a centimeter, and then there are 10 millimeters in between there. So if it's a centimeter, you would go 1 centimeter. Okay. If it's 1 millimeter or 4 millimeters, you'd go 4 millimeters, mm. Okay. So the millimeter is the smallest. So there's 1, and so there's 10 of them in here up to 1. This one's 5 millimeters, and then 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10 millimeters or 1 centimeter. Generally, you would write 1 centimeter. You wouldn't write 10 millimeters. Okay. So if we measure this is what they were talking about with significant figures a little bit. So we have 3, and then this is 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is 3.8 millimeters. If you wrote that down, I would be totally fine. Technically, it's like 3.85, 3.84 millimeters. Okay. So they said 3.84 on that. So if you write that, if you wrote 3.8 or 3.9, I'd probably be okay. If you did 3.85, then you're a little more exact, I guess. This one, again, it's like really close to that. So 6.3, I would be fine with. They're saying 0.33. Okay. And so you're just going to go through and do that worksheet. Okay. And then submit the worksheet. I would screenshot it, put it in your engineering notebook, and put a link to your notebook here as well. Okay. I would also, if you haven't already, I would also put a link to your notebook in the Unit 1 engineering notebook, just so that I have it there for later. All right. So that's it. We're going to go to US measurement now. Okay. So we'll look at the document. Like I said, it looks the same as the millimeter. Okay, only it's in inches. So they want fraction and decimal. So in this case, a fraction is a quarter, 1 over 4. The decimal would be 0.25. Okay, so go through and do that. If you want to find the decimal of the fraction, you would just take 1 divided by 4, and it would give you the decimal. Okay, what's the difference in length? You can write this in decimal. I'm totally fine. That would be the easiest way to do it. So what's the difference between A and C? What's the difference between B and E? This one here, what they're looking for is they're looking for fraction and decimal. So measure this. If it's, measure your screen again. If it's like 4.5, that's 4 and 1 over 2, and then 4.5. Okay, in those boxes, and then the same in all these. Diameter, same deal. Radius, same deal. Make sure you measure from here to the edge of the circle. Okay, this is talking about paper. What is the distance between the two adjacent lines, fraction and decimal? And then again, CD cup, whatever, measure it. This says, I don't know why it says centimeters. Just make it inches. The same, if you don't have a desk, it can be a book, whatever, just change it and put in your measurement decimal inches. You can do the rest in decimal inches as far as I'm concerned, but just choose stuff, put it in there. Don't worry about doing 11, just 1 through 10. Okay. Again, I'll have it as a CAMI assignment. Just submit it as a CAMI assignment, and then screenshot it, put it in your engineering notebook, and make sure I have a link to your engineering notebook. Okay. So that should be it. If you got any questions, make sure you ask. Remember to smash that like button and subscribe button, and I will see you next time. Bye.